Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Monday, currently 5:30 in the afternoon. Quick mini dash here. I typically don't even dash on Mondays, but I'm like, you know what? We got a little bit of time here before going to work. Why not? We can make 50 bucks, 60 bucks. I'm cool with that. It's a little slow, to be honest. I've been online here for a few minutes and nothing. Now, it is Misery Monday, and that's because my football team, because I refuse to really call this team the Commanders. The football team was a better name. The Redskins was a much better name. We lost against the Lions. So honestly, I'm not even that upset because the offense looked good, looked decent. You know, late comeback, or at least they attempted to make a comeback. But our defense, some trash, some doo-doo. Our defense was looking like a 225 order. You know what I mean? When our offense was like a solid 850. You know what I mean? But yeah, they should just fire Jack Del Rio, who's our, I believe he's a defensive coordinator, if I'm not mistaken. He sucks. But you know, it is what it is. Now, today there's two games. We got the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Eagles. I got my money on the Vikings all day. And then we got the Bills playing the Titans. Now, it's going to be an interesting game. I think the Titans are going to want to, you know, come back and, you know, probably just run or try to run through them through King Henry, but who knows. Okay, we're taking our first order here because it's pretty slow, and it's not a bad order, to be honest. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I was gonna show it to you, but I'm like, I can just put it on the screen. $9 payout from the Madeleine French Bakery Cafe. 3 items, 3.6 miles. Now, it almost looks like it's going to a school just based on the location. If this doesn't work, I hit accept. Look at this, I hit accept. If this doesn't accept this order, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, cool, there it is. For a hot second, I'm like, come on. Man, this app has been so glitchy lately. What is going on with the app? Anyways, wearing the jersey, of course, London Fletcher, legend. We got to support the team no matter what. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I want to give a quick shout out here to Tony, the Driven Dad. He's so close to 1,000 subscribers. If we can get him to 1,000 subs, that would be awesome. Even if you're already subbed or whatever, or maybe you haven't heard of him, watch a couple of his videos, leave a like. Leaving a like goes a long way here with the YouTube algorithm for sure. Especially with me taking that week off when I didn't upload anything. When I came back, I feel like YouTube is like, oh, what are you doing here? Oh, you're back? Oh, okay, well, we'll see if you're really back. You know, so, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it just feels that way. Who knows? I think it just depends. Like, I think the YouTube algorithm learns from your own behavior. Like, if you upload every day and let's say you miss a day, then they're kind of like, okay, what's going on here, you know? Hopefully that made sense. Anyways, we're pulling up here to Le Madeleine. Hopefully it's ready. I mean, it should be. It's randomly like, what, 5:33 in the afternoon. This place should not be busy. This is a breakfast place. But yeah, let me get this picked up and then we'll see you guys back in the Dashmobile. All right, guys, we're back in the Dashmobile. The food was ready. I think I forgot to mention who I have winning tonight's game. Besides the Vikings, I have the Titans winning the game. I think everyone's picking the Bills because it's the obvious choice. But after this weekend, where the Dolphins were down by like, what, 17 points at one point to the Ravens, and they came back and won, you know? So, and then same thing with the Raiders. Like, the Raiders just love blowing up huge leads for whatever reason. So, I'm going to go with the Titans. So, we'll see what happens. It is kind of weird having 2 Monday night games. I don't even know why they did that. I'm sure maybe someone knows, but it's just weird, random. So anyways, now we're 3 minutes away, and I think it is going to the school. Let me see. Oh, you know what? It's going to a house across from this high school. Man, I would hate that. Like, if I lived right in front of a high school, because I feel like the traffic, I don't know, I would just hate that. But I'm sure their house is probably worth a lot of money because of that too. Anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys in the guys. We got the order dropped off. It became $9.25, so Doordash hit 25 cents. What else is new? We're still screenshotting everything because the glitch is still happening, at least for me, where I can't see my earnings. You know what I mean? So that kind of sucks. Anyways, it's 5:52 right now. We're sitting at 9:25, making our way back to the town center. Now, yesterday in Pedro's live. Now, first of all, let me start by saying this. I did not watch that much of it because I was actually working and we had a lot of things to do. So for people that clown on my W2 that I don't work, yesterday was one of those days where we did a lot of work. So I didn't catch all of it, but the few bits and pieces that I caught wasn't what I was expecting. I thought the whole point was to talk about profits and compare the two. But I felt like it was more people just attacking Sin City Deliveries for charging $40 for his Discord or whatever. He's not forcing anyone to pay for that. If he's offering them something, probably his time, right? If you're offering someone your time is very valuable. So if he's offering, like, let's say one-on-one, make you a better dasher, $40. I don't know if it's $40 a month or a one-time thing or a week. I don't know. But I mean, that's the American way. What's wrong with that? If someone's willing to pay, what's the big deal? So I think the few minutes that I tuned in, it was more of that. People just really like attacking him for doing this. And I mean, to me, I wouldn't personally pay someone or even charge someone for what I would consider free info. Like, I'm already, if I'm whatever I talk in my videos, I already feel like that's already, like, I don't want to say a service, but that's just me giving you my 2 cents, a little bit of my opinion and some of my experience with my 18,000 deliveries. Now, I don't charge anything, but my videos aren't monetized now, so I'm getting a little bit of ad revenue here from YouTube, and then sometimes people give me super chats, super thanks. So hey, thank you, but I'm not forcing anyone. I do have, like, what's it called? People can join my channel. And I think it's like $3.99. It's not that expensive, I guess, but there are some perks. If you do want some more one-on-one time, we can do that. You know what I mean? But I don't push it heavily because I also feel like that's more of a choice. You're already choosing to watch my normal videos. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to shove things down your throat, and I don't even think Richard is doing that. I think it's there. It's an option. If people want to take it, cool. So like I said, I didn't watch the entire thing. I watched very little of it, but every time I tuned in, I think it was just him just getting attacked, for basically, being a smart business person, I guess. I don't know. If you guys tuned into the whole thing, let me know what you got out of it. I just kind of told you what I got out of it, mainly because I didn't watch all of it. So, we're going to take this right here. Look, I'm going to screenshot it right here real quick. From Five Guys, $11.25 for the payout. Now, remember, we're only dashing for, like, 2 hours barely. 9 items, 6.9 miles. So you could say, oh, the miles are a little bit heavy, but that cash flow and 9 items from Five Guys, that's got to be close to $100. Let me see if I can pull up here the subtotal. Let me see. Okay, yeah, $103 with 59 cents. I'm gonna screenshot that. I'll get some questions about how I see the subtotals. Now, back in the day, you could see them before you accepted with the widget on Android. That's gone now. Okay, now you can only see it after you accept the order. So you kind of have to, rely a little bit on your own intuition and knowledge of the restaurant. And it doesn't always work. So I don't know if it only works when people order through DoorDash, but if they order through the original merchant, you can't see it. There's times where I see it, and then when I go back, it just says 0. So I don't know. Anyways, we were able to see it, over $100 worth of food. I think this is going to be a banger for sure. We're only 4 minutes away here from Five Guys. But yeah, hopefully that little ramble kind of sort of made sense. I just, if people choose to pay for what they pay for, I mean, it is what it is. I was just thinking about this, right? So I feel like lately, or the last couple of years, there's been this movement to, like, ditch cable, right? Like, DirecTV, whatever, right? And now you have all the streaming services, but if you add it all up, it's the same crap, if not worse now. You got Hulu, you got Netflix, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Discovery, there's Apple TV, there's so many different things, and if you add it all up, you might as well just got regular TV service, For me, I do have YouTube TV. And that's mainly for my mom, to be honest. She's the only person that watches actual TV. So I feel like, well, now I have Red Zone because, I want to watch sports. But if my mom didn't ask me to get it, I wouldn't have it. And that's like $65 a month. And that already feels kind of steep, to be honest. So, but with me, as long as she watches it, it's not a problem, Now, when I go back to those streaming things I was just talking about, I mean, I have Hulu, I have Netflix. I don't have Disney Plus, but I have it for my coworker. So I give him, he uses mine, Paramount Plus, and I use his Disney Plus. So we kind of trade off right there. You know what I mean? And then there's so many other ones that I don't even have. There's Peacock and Tubi. There's so many different apps which is nuts. And you know, Amazon Prime. I mean, I have Amazon Prime, but to me, Prime Video is more just like a perk, if that makes sense. You know, because I do buy a lot of things on Amazon Prime, so I feel like I get, you know, it's worth it for me, if that makes any sense. But I know that was just random, but I was just thinking about that, about like subscriptions and, you know, the way it works and all that stuff. It's just, you know, you're basically putting the same amount of money you were putting somewhere else, is just in a bunch of different spots now, in my opinion, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, man, that's a lot. This is gonna be a long video, even though we're not dashing for that long, I think. Whew, we're pulling up here to the Five Guys now. I know they make the fries technically when I arrive, so I'm expecting a little bit of a wait, which is fine. Not a big deal. We're already gonna, we already have like a pretty high payout, 11.25, you know, double digits. I think it's gonna be bare minimum $16. I'm guessing, I don't know. Anyways, we'll see you guys back on the... All right, guys, we got the food picked up. We're back in the Dashmobile. The food was not ready. Waited about maybe like 8 minutes, but I was like 6 minutes early, you know? Wait wasn't that bad. I was talking to another Dasher. We were just chatting. And then this other Dasher came in, and this guy is just like... Every bad Dasher I picture looks like this dude, you know? On the phone, on his headset, which is fine. I'm on the phone sometimes, no problem. But, you know, super loud. Has two phones, you know. He goes to the little takeout place, doesn't say anything, just shoves his phone in the dude's face. Dude looking super annoyed, like, why would I want to help you, you know? And he's like, oh, what are you here for? I can't see that, your screen's too dark, you know? And then maybe that was true or not, I don't know. But I mean, some people just are so like unaware of how they come off, you know what I mean? You know, so every time I get there, hey, how's it going? And when you get a chance, can you please see if you have this ready? Because I already know it's not ready, because I don't see any big bags, you know, sitting over there. But anyways, now we're back on the road, only 5 minutes away, and we're gonna be there around 6:26. So basically, worst case scenario, we're gonna make almost 20 bucks an hour for the first hour. But I think it's gonna be more. I think it's gonna be more. Hopefully I'm right. Let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys. Guys, we got the order dropped off, and it was a banger. $27.25 for the payout. Let's go. Now we're sitting at $36.50 here for the entire dash. Now the only problem is we're running out of time because it's already 6:30, and we're only going to dash till 7:30. You know what I mean? But regardless of that, I think we should be able to do bare minimum 50 bucks, 55 bucks, hopefully. But yeah, luckily the customer was outside mowing his lawn, because I have no signal where I'm at right now. Nothing, no bars at all. So luckily, by him being out there, I was able to hand him the order. Plus, he seemed trustworthy, okay? I saw the Redskins sign on his lawn. We talked about the football team for a little bit. Super nice guy. He was super hyped about 2 Monday night games. And you know, same here. I love football. But now we're making our way back here towards reality. And again, you know, you gotta trust your gut. As soon as I saw the order, 11.25, 9 items, I was like, oh, this looks like a banger, you know? I would say there was probably like a 20% chance that I was wrong. But worst case scenario, I was okay with getting the 11.25. So as long as you're okay with that, I mean, I know I've said it multiple times, but you know, that way you're not upset when the order doesn't change. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, if that makes sense. So, you know, a lot of people get upset when it's like, oh, I took a, you know, $3 order, $4 order, and it didn't change. And I'm like, well, yeah, because those don't go up, you know. But there's plenty of times where I've taken a 6.25 and it's just that, 6.25. It'll be a $4 tip, 2.25 payout. That's it, you know. But I feel like most times, I would say maybe like 7 or 8 out of 10 times, we always have some kind of hidden tip going on. Nothing crazy always, but you know, something like 25 cents here, $1 here, $2. And then you have the occasional bangers that, you know, those pay a lot. But yeah, anyways, we're finally crossing back into our zone right here. As you can see, we're out of our zone a little bit, but it's all good. We're almost back, and then we can get some orders. Let's go. Guys, look where we're at. Jersey Mike's for our next order right here. I just got here, and I was basically passing the shopping center when they gave me the order, so I don't think it's ready, and I actually don't see it. I can actually see the pickup shelf over there, and it's empty, so yeah, definitely not ready. But it's all good. We're chilling in the car here. Little tour of the Dashmobile. We have a nice 45 miles per gallon. Got here the new what's it called, the new steering wheel cover, which is awesome, by the way. Link in the description if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, so as you guys can see right here, let me see. It's paying $625. It was going like 2.8 miles, nothing too crazy. We're gonna hit that we arrived. Ooh, the pickup time is now though, 6:42. We're gonna go ahead and go inside. I think maybe they have it behind the counter and not behind the shelf. But usually for lunch, they use their shelf. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, we'll see you guys back on the road. We are back in the Dash Mobile. The food was basically being put into the bag when I walked inside. So, hey, basically no wait. Now we're only 4 minutes away, 2.1 miles from the customer drop off. Let's go. Guys, we got the order dropped off. And to my surprise, the customer gave me a $5 cash tip. So when I started, I wasn't expecting the $625 to move at all, right? Because I'm like, okay, you probably didn't tip anything on the app, and here's my tip. No problem. Then when I went to complete the order in the app, he tipped also in the app. The order ended up being $9.25. So overall, if my math is correct, $14.25. Let's go. I'm super excited right now. Man, super nice. I think this is the first cash tip that I've gotten that, that didn't come from Potbelly in a while. But yeah, now we are currently sitting at 50.75. I was looking at my screen, that says 45.75, and then we gotta add the 5. So 50.75 for the entire dash. We're only $10 away from the original goal. So I'm pretty confident that we should be able to make that happen. Ooh, we have our next order right here. We're gonna take the screenshot. Now, I am kind of on the fence about this order, mainly because it's from Glory Days. And the only reason why I say that is because people go to Glory Days to watch the games, things of that nature. But we're gonna take it anyways. 2 items, 2.9 miles, $6.75. So we're gonna go ahead and, I guess, risk it. But if I go in there and the food's not ready and they tell me it's gonna be 15-20 minutes, we're gonna unassign, no problem. But it is 7:15, so I feel like people shouldn't be there yet. But then again, if you want to get a good seat, maybe you go a little bit early, eat some food. I don't know. But typically these Glory Days, they're okay. They're okay. Some Glory Days, like the other one near Finta, that one is only good for like lunch. It just all depends on who's working and how busy they are, things like that. We're already here, which is awesome. Now let's see what the pickup time is. Arrive at the store. Okay, pickup time is 6:58. It's 6:53. 5-minute gap. No big deal. It does look like it's pretty popping in there. But I'm pretty confident that, we won't have to wait that much. It's only a couple of items, I think, so it shouldn't be that bad. Anyways, let me park, let me get this order picked up, and then we'll see you guys back on the road. Guys, we were in and out from Glory Days. The food was ready. Now we're back on the road. Only 4 minutes away. Let's go. Pretty simple order. They got like 2 burgers. That's it. I wonder if it comes with fries, because it felt really light, but it just said burger. But I feel like the burgers usually come with the fries. I don't know. It's in a little red bag back here. So now we're only 4 minutes away. Let's go. Guys, we got the order dropped off. Now we're sitting at $58.94 for the entire dash. And I don't know what happened. The app glitched and it ended my dash. So I'm like, what the heck? But we got back on right away. Now the only problem is that it's 7:10 already. We're about 10 minutes away here from the town center. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive towards my job. And if I get an order that makes sense along the way, cool. If we don't, it is what it is. So worst case scenario, we're going to be like $1.06 short. Look at this trash order they just sent me. I'm going to screenshot it here real quick so we can all have a quick laugh. Paying $5.75, okay? From Kung Fu Tea, 2 items, 12.8 miles. That's basically charity. You're donating your time, donating your miles, your vehicle, everything. Because that's probably not going to move. And then you're going to have to drive back. There's nothing up there. You see the map? There's nothing up there. So let me decline that. And yeah, so hopefully we'll get something. If not, we'll go over the numbers in a bit. Let's go. Guys, we just picked up our next order here from Rest and Kebab. Now, in the past, I would simply just ignore orders from this place because they were so slow and so bad at doing like delivery orders, you know what I mean? But if you guys been watching the videos, earlier in the week, well, technically last week, we did an order here that was it was a banger, not mini banger, it was a banger. Paying, I think, $21 and some change from Rest and Kebab. And I had very little faith when they gave me the order because I know how their restaurant is. But maybe as of late, they've turned a page, who knows, new management, I don't know. but the order was ready. I think it was paying $9.50, like 4.8 miles. So now we're gonna go ahead and get this dropped off. We're only 8 minutes away, and then we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. Let's go. All right, guys, we got the order dropped off. As you can see, it's pretty much dark now. Quality's not that great, so sorry about that. But the order went from $9.50 to $12. What a great way to end this mini shift. We're gonna finish at $70.94. It was a good shift. We got a cash tip, lots of hidden tips. It made Misery Monday a tad bit better. So hopefully the Vikings can beat the Eagles. That'll make Misery Monday even better. You know what I mean? Now for the entire month, the goal is $4,000, right? Now it's updated because the original goal was $5,000, but then your boy got hit with the Rona. I was out for a week. So yeah, that kind of made me have to adjust. But I still think we can hit 4,000. Now we need to have a really good week. Like this current week needs to be great, just to even have a shot for the next week. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. But you know, we'll keep you updated. Thank you guys for coming along. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. A little bit more ranting in this video than normal, but you know, it was one of those days. You guys stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.